Alexa, turn on Dynamic Duo. Alexa, turn on that Dynamic Duo.
Sorry, I didn't find a group or device named DenLamp2.
Alexa, turn on Dynamic Duo. I tell you, sometimes she's not the brightest machine in the shed. Which is to say, I don't have a lot of bright machines in the shed, but she's certainly not. Doesn't rank highly, that's for sure. So, as you may know, I've been Diabloing it for a good chunk of time lately. So, this is this is the guy I'm working on, and he's big, and I don't normally do big guys, but here he is, big Harkin demon dude. And as you can see, I've airbrushed him with some brown colors and started working on his horns a little bit. And I put some this crack pot paint, Martian earth on the sword. And I'm going to try to make it be kind of looking like it's got like lava all over it, but it's just, it's just a sword. It's got the silver blade underneath it. That's the goal. That's the plan, anyway. So what I'll probably have to do is brush over it with some black. Do some touch-ups in the middle, kind of get that silver to pop a little bit more. But that's kind of the goal for that guy. Now, I've been trying to get painting in more often. I've been failing. I'm not I've been doing too much Diablo lately, and that's kind of killing my... Okay, to be honest, I'm inconsistent painting even when I wasn't playing Diablo. But it's... Yeah, I don't have an excuse, man. I'm just... Just trying my best to get as far as I can, So here you go. There he is. My demon of the day. He's huge. He barely stays on the camera. But... yeah, so I'm gonna go with a lot of the classics colors. He's definitely got that demon-esque look. He's gonna have some browns and some blacks and some reds, the usual demon stuff that demons do. So it's not gonna be anything too out of the ordinary. I just want to kind of get him painted. His day is coming in our D&D campaign, where he's going to get to be front and center of a big fight. Now, do I expect that big fight to be... Currently, the party could probably not quite handle him. His stat sheet is pretty aggressive, and it's pretty freaking mean. But they're getting there. I don't know what... And I'm thinking he may even have his brother with him, which could end up being like a super challenge, which means they could be 4 or 5. They could be 3 or 4 levels before they meet him. Now, these characters are part of the D&D campaign only in that I made them part of it. even though I'm doing an official thing. I'm just using the official one as a outline. The beginning, the middle, the end story. But how we get there and what happens, I'm taking a lot of liberties with. I'll tell you right now, it's not happening quite like the book says. Tell you that. And my son, who's in the campaign as a player, and a friend of his, they know the game. They know how to play, the rules a lot better than even I do. I don't know it that well. I'm not a rules expert by any means. I am a DM that this is my first time really DMing a full campaign. We've been doing it for 2 years now, going on 2 years. Can you believe it? That's crazy. I started off streaming it, but it didn't seem like there was much interest in it, so I kind of stopped. It was just too much work for too little follow. So I decided that I was just going to focus on the campaign itself and not worry so much about trying to make the stream, because it was just too much work trying to keep the stream alive and talking to people while I'm doing this. It's a lot of work, and if there just isn't any viewers, it's just too much to do. Yes, I know you have to start somewhere, right? You have to put in but it wasn't fun. There's nobody there, and DMing is work. I'll tell you. And don't get me wrong, I've always known it was work, so I'm not like surprised, but but for the amount of work, it wasn't worth trying to stream it, unless I had, people following and enough people. If I had enough viewers that it would be like, hey, this is interesting, they can kind of talk and keep each other entertained, because it's hard to stream something where you're focusing on the game. It's normal, right? I mean, it's like even when I stream our game nights, I'm playing the game, so it's quite difficult to make that. You want to make the game the priority, because the stream itself, the people you're playing with aren't going to have any fun if you're too busy worrying about the stream. And that's what I was finding was happening. I was getting distracted, and as it is, we start pretty late, because my players don't show up that early, and we only play for a couple of hours. Which is probably good in the sense that it's more bite-sized for anybody who does want to watch, but it's bad for it's just bad for maintenance, trying to keep it up. So I just said nope. I said maybe one of these days I'll start it back up if there's enough interest, but I don't think there is. Just too many other DMs doing DMing. Trying to find a niche for my stream. And like this here is not a niche, right? So there's a lot of people out there painting. I do this because, I don't know, I guess I like to talk. So this, I don't expect I'm going to get very many followers. I already know I'm not a great painter. I'm not like child level. I'm not a terrible painter, just not a great painter. If you want to learn how to paint, there's other people to watch. Sorry me. But if you want to just come and socialize, learn what my topics of conversation are, which is just about anything. I will talk just about anything, except I don't want to get into politics. And by politics, I mean any of those conversations that would be, landmines to walk through. I don't want to get into that stuff. It's too much. Ugh. No, I have my own opinions and all that stuff. The whole bunch of stuff out there, and everybody does. But when you do that, when you start doing those, letting yourself get sucked into those conversations, and I have been sucked into them, probably because I have an opinion, and but mine is pretty. I will say my opinion is very neutral. I mean, it's like I have a neutral. No, I won't even say neutral. I will say I guess it depends on what it is. There's a lot of conversations you can have that can really get people going on you. But too many people are too strongly opinionated. They don't know how to listen, So you get into conversations with people about this topic or that, and then if you don't agree with them, they're like, "Oh, well, you're this or you're that, or you've got this opinion and that, and you're a rotten person." That's what it comes down to. They will stop and they will start they will rain down hellfire on you for not agreeing with them. It's like, okay, it's not what I was aiming for. So I'm just like, I think I'll step away from this conversation. Thank you. I've had enough of that. So, yeah. Anyway. So I prefer to talk about the fun stuff, let's see, I'll talk about games, video games that I know. I'm an RPG guy, but I haven't played every RPG out there. I'm what do you call it? Not real time. I don't play a lot of real time strategy. I have. I never played StarCraft, but I did play Warcraft a lot back when Warcraft was a big thing. And I'm not talking about WoW. I'm talking about back when it was a real time strategy game. And it was just Warcraft. Not World of Warcraft, but Warcraft. Warcraft was awesome. And then they came out with StarCraft, and StarCraft is kind of the real-time strategy game that Blizzard had. And then I've played XCOM, so I like those. Though that is not real-time strategy, though. That's turn by turn, or turn-based, whatever you call it. And I like turn-based because it's easier, but it's also harder. It's mentally challenging, but also it's just easier in that you don't have to focus so much. In other words, if a distraction comes along, you can just walk away. Their game will not come to an end. Your guy will not necessarily die. It'll just wait for you to come back and play. Whereas some games, like real-time strategy, or even what do you call it, RPGs like Diablo, if you're not like in town or in a safe spot, you can get killed just sitting around. You can't just walk away. You have to deal with it. And there has been times when I've had to let my guy die because I simply had to walk away. Something came up. I didn't have, the game won't let you leave sometimes because you're like in the middle of a battle and it's like, nope, can't teleport out. But forget it. Then I die. This is why I don't play hardcore, because there is too many times when I just can't. I can't play my guy. I can't do it. I'll like try to get to a save point where I don't have to die, but if it does, then it does, But hardcore is like, nope, if you walk away and the game something happens, then you simply lose the guy. He dies. It's hardcore. And your guy dies out, just dies. So, well, that's life. So, yeah. That's why I don't play hardcore. I have, what do you call it? Life. I put everything higher priority than games. Pretty much everything is a higher priority. My wife called me because she just wants to talk to me for something. Then I stop what I'm doing and I go see what she wants. It's more important. I don't. There was a time. Don't get me wrong. There was a time in my life when it's like I got mad when things went wrong. And I just like, this is just driving me nuts, and I'm just too focused. Don't bother me. I have been there. Don't get me wrong. When I was a teenager, even in my early 20s probably, I set way too high a priority on that thing. And then one day, I'll tell you this story, probably it did change my focus, and it did. You'd be amazed at certain events. I don't even remember which event exactly, but I know that it was a day. My son, he was young, little. He was probably less than 5, maybe 3 or something. I don't know. I was playing a video game, and he was messing around by my computer, and he turned it off. It was just there. He was just fiddling with it, and he shut it off. I was incensed. I was enraged. I yelled at him. And I didn't spank him or anything, but I yelled at him, and I was like, "Get away! What are you doing? And then I saw how angry I got, and of course I startled him. He cried because I was yelling. Now I don't cuss and stuff, so I wasn't cussing at him or anything, and he was probably too little to know or anyways, but I was pretty mad, and it was very obvious. And now he won't remember this because it was well before his memory formed, but it affected me when I realized. I made him cry, and I was like, and I felt really bad because it hit me. This is a stupid video game. What do I care? I mean, it means absolutely nothing. This game means nothing to me. This kid means everything to me. No, it's not my first kid. I didn't even have my second kid. Wasn't even born yet. Wasn't even in the oven yet. Well, maybe he was in the oven. I don't know. But I'm like, what am I getting mad about? This is one of those. This is a freaking video game. At that point, I said, from now on, everything. I had to think about my priorities in life, and I go, there's God, there's family, there's probably work in there somewhere, at least in the top 5, probably because it's important. I have to do it, That's how I support my family. But God and family came first, and video games not really high on the list. There was nothing there that said, I need to do this. I need this to be a major part of my life. There was none of that nonsense. I was like, no. And this kid is so far ranked higher than any of my video games. Then I says, nope. At that point, video games fell off the charts. I mean, I didn't stop playing them by any means. I just decided every time my kid was around, I would just take precautions if I didn't want him to mess it up. And if something happened, then something happened. I would try to, I learned how to, block it off, and I was more concerned with watching what he was doing. And so I started playing games that were a little less mentally intensive, where I had to be always on focus. I just decided in time that was just so much more relaxing. Now, I like playing Diablo, don't get me wrong, but I also that's when I stopped playing. I like the theory, like a lot of people. I really like the concept of hardcore. I think it's cool. I think that's the way RPGs should be played. I'm fully on board with that. I just don't have time for it. Um, I want to experience like Endgame and all that stuff, and that means you have to play too precise, too exact to get a hardcore character all the way to the end of a game. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's if I die, I just basically lose all that time I put in, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. That's not fun. Especially since I don't have endless time. I'm not going to be able to build two characters in a week. If I want to see endgame, actually play all the way to the end of a game, I'm going to have to do it with one guy, or I'm going to have to do it with one guy over the period of time. And Diablo's a big game. Diablo 4 is not a small endeavor to get to the end. I mean, right now, it's been a month, and you know, less than you know what, the 10 million, 15 million people, whatever, bought the game, and what, less than 10,000 have even hit the end game. And that's considering how many of those are, full-time, hardcore gamers. How many of those are casual players like me? I'm a casual player, and I've been playing a lot. I mean, a lot. I've been playing, on the first weekend, I played for the full weekend. I mean, I basically put in probably 20 some hours in 3 days. That's a lot for a not full-time gamer like myself. And as a result, you have to just have to make you have to make things work for your own sanity, and that means not playing hardcore. Now, I might play don't get me wrong, I might still play a hardcore character, but not right away. It won't be until later. I like the idea. I might play it. Think I'm doing good. Maybe if I don't know what all carries over to hardcore, but the problem is, I like to play it in the season. Maybe I'll do a hardcore character during one of the season passes. That'd be interesting. And you play a hardcore character in a season pass, Thing is, you want to get some of that cool stuff. Because what happens with a hardcore character is when he comes back to your real game, I think he's not a hardcore character anymore. He gets turned into a normal character. At least that's what I think they used to do in the old Diablo 3. I don't know, maybe not. He gets pulled into your regular lineup of guys. And, so my sword here is covered in lava. What does that mean in the grand scheme of how does it actually function? I don't know. When he talks, he designed his sword, his little scythe here to do its thing. Probably wasn't much thinking that lava was gonna. He didn't bother to clean it off. Whoever his blacksmith was, he's like, do you want that with or without the lava still on it? I mean, I use the lava to forge it, but it might be better. No, just give me the dang thing without with the lava. And I want that lava to stay hot. I want it to slice like butter through their fleshy bones. Blacksmith's like, okay, whatever you say, sir. And, the customer's always right. Get it done quickly. Oh, yeah, sir. Yeah, definitely will. That's my name of the game. I'll be back. Like, yes, sir. It'll be ready. I know. I've already done. That's all I did. Paint some silver on my scythe. Well, I told you it wasn't going to be long. It takes so long to get anything done. This is why I got to paint for more than 30 minutes, 20 minutes. I thought about doing a Diablo world boss. There's one going to be in like 20 minutes, I think. But I mean, staying up late. I don't know if I want to stay up late. Where's my watch? I don't even have my watch on. What the heck, man? When did I take my watch off? What am I doing? I don't even. What the heck? Feels so naked without my watch, man. 9:20. Yeah, see, I've been staying up for another, I don't know, 25 minutes. But I gotta go get ready for bed. I don't know. Don't really want to beat an Ashaba that bad. I did play already today. I played Diablo right up until for a couple hours after work. Couple hours. See, that couple hours could have been painting. It's like I did. As soon as I got off, as soon as I stopped with work, I started playing Diablo, and I'm trying to get to torment level. Okay, so torment level is the last level, the high level, right? I don't know if I'm going to reach level 100, but I want to at least get to the highest level, which I start getting some good stuff, and then I'll probably get some high points because of the nightmare dungeons and all that stuff, and I'll probably start flying. I would think to, I don't know, I'll probably get to 80. I'm thinking I'm gonna probably get to 80 or 85. I doubt I'll get to 100. I really do. I'll probably complete the game, 100% it. Well, I don't even know if I'll 100% it or not. It can be done. It depends on what you focus on, right? Because with Diablo, you can do things like dungeons or non dungeons. So if you want to do 100% it, you have to focus on the clearing the map and doing all of and taking out all the strongholds and taking out all doing all the little items that are set as part of the game. Then you can say you 100%ed it. If you're just doing nightmare dungeons, or you're just doing these other kinds of things like or trying to 100%ing it is like getting all the challenges done. There's boatloads and buku numbers of those. I won't 100% those. I'm curious though how many I've gotten. I might be like 50%. I'm probably 50%. Maybe I might be 60%. I don't know. All right, let's check. Give me one minute. Well, we will see what I have. Okay. I'm curious. Totally unrelated to painting stream. I'm gonna flip on over to Diablo for a minute. Just a minute. This isn't like I'm gonna sit here and start gaming, all right? So it's more like I'm just going to check on a couple things. Now, the last few times I went to the map, strangely enough, the game hung up. That's when the game hangs up, which is dumb. I don't know why. There's certain things that just seem to max the. It's odd. It's the menus and the weird things like that seem to often crash. Why is my game locked? I wasn't even on. That's dumb. What did I do? Did I let it? I might have let it time out instead of just shutting off. That happens sometimes. Were you you don't exit the game right or something? Dang it. Well, actually, I did exit the game right. I don't know what it's complaining about, to be honest. Oh, here you go. Is that actually going to work this time? Yeah, there it goes. I mean, really, all I'm doing here is I'm going to check my stats. I'm just curious. I was talking about it. Now I'm curious. How much, how far have I gotten? You can see I'm almost 67. Kill a world boss, and I'll probably jump really, really close to it. I don't know how much world bosses are worth. They're not, probably not that much. But. All right, so hey, it hasn't crashed yet. That's nice. Let's go see what my my stats say. So these are challenges. Oh, I'm only 36%. Not anyway. I am not nearly as far as I thought. Let's see, classes. Oh, that's right, because you have to do all 5 classes. That's huge. So I'm probably getting pretty far with Druid. Unlock 2 legendary Paragon nodes. Wow. I haven't even found two legend. Wait, no, I have 1. That's not true. I have 1 legendary Paragon node. So if you look at this, it probably shows that I have 1. 2 would mean I have to open up another board and then race to that other legendary node. That's going to take some time. I can probably do it, but that's probably level 70 before I accomplish that. Kill 200 vulnerable enemies with lightning storm. This is going to take a while because I don't use lightning. Don't do it. I use I'm a fighter, not a weather guy. 200 enemies infected with rabies while werewolf form. Well, obviously that doesn't happen. I'm a bear. Kill 500 enemies with tornadoes in a dungeon as a druid. See, there's a lot of stuff here that, yeah, I'm not even... Transform 150 times without going back to human form. What is that, just back and forth between werewolf and bear? Werewolf, bear, werewolf, bear, werewolf, bear. That means you can't do any weather. No weather at all. Just you're just a transforming from werewolf to bear. And that would be interesting. Now you've got to have a native form for that to work. You would have to have, like, your natural form is werewolf, but you're always you're always transforming into bear. So I don't know how that would work. You would have to have some kind of, because the transformations, they only last for 7, 8, 10 seconds, whatever it is. So unless you have a native form that keeps you in a non-human form, you're gonna have a real hard time with that one. But there you go. There's not that many, but there's some ones there that don't really play nice with what I'm doing. Crafting, general. What do I need to do here? Completed. 2, extract and expect, completed. Okay. Collect various herbs. Wow, there's one herb I've never collected. Lifespan. Huh. Oh, I have collected it. I haven't gotten 75 of them. I'm really close. I'll probably end up getting that one soon. Let's see what else we got. Collect monster parts. I've gotten a lot of monster parts. I'm trying to get... I need these. These are important, but I didn't know Pale Tongue was a monster part. But I finally need 6 more of those and 15 more of those. I'll probably have that one in no time also. Gifted Lapidary. Upgrade a piece of jewelry to tier 5. Oh. I might be able to do that even now. Huh. Just have to decide if I want to. That's really close. So I have a good chance of pretty much finishing that one. Alchemist. Craft every type of incense. Oh, see, some of these are easy. I could just go and do it. I've done 4. I just need to figure out what the other ones are. It tells you this. I probably just have to make a list and go make, okay, I need Storm of the Wilds, Ancient Times. Some of them might not even be available. I don't know. I mean, it's possible some of them are torment or something. Buff other players with incense 100 times. Wow, what does that mean? Like, you gotta... I get you'd have to just use incense a lot when there's people around. Best way to do that is like at world bosses and probably the Legion events, because there's always lots of people around. Every type of elixir. That should be easy. So there's some. If I focus on this, I could probably make it a lot farther. I'm only 36 from not focusing on this, but I could probably get past that. Complete nightmare dungeon under the effects of any incense. That should be easy. Under the effects of any incense. Add a socket to an item. Geez, that's easy. That's like, that's not even, look at that, that's all there was. It was just one. Anyway, so yeah, I haven't gotten nearly that far. I could do some more. I'm only 40% of the codex. I'm surprised I'm only 40%. But as I keep knocking off areas, I'll probably get a lot more, because that's how I'm doing a lot of the dungeons that actually give you these things. So, got a handful. I would like to get all the druid ones. That'd be cool. It's like I'd have to pin it on the map and go, all right, I'm doing that one, and that one, and that one. So this is, if I do these dungeons and get all these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's 19 at 30 apiece. That's 280, 370 renown to be used up in all of my 370 renown for my capturing all the druid specific class. I've got less than half, but I should do that. That should be like one of my goals. Get all the druid ones. Just start pinning them on the board, pinning them on the map. Get that one. Pin it on another one, get that one. Just knock off all the druid ones. 100% my druid. That'd be cool. And that'd be 300 and some, like I said, renown, so odds are I'd probably move up a little bit on the old, No. So I'm trying to finish Skosglen. You see I'm close there. Fractured Peaks is done. These ones I'm on the second to last items. Skosglen, I'm on the last. So these three here are the ones that are the furthest away, with dry steps being farthest in total. But these really aren't that hard. You get the stronghold and you get the waypoints. That's 120. That's going to catch them up quite a bit. But the big thing is I've only done 3 side dungeons. So, and they're 30 points apiece, so they're good ways to go. So if I take 300 points, if I did all those dungeons I wanted to, it's only 300 and some points. It wouldn't even push me over the top. It wouldn't even give me all the bonus XP here. I wouldn't even make it to... Well, it's 370, so it would be 30 times 10 is 300. Yeah, not 370. No, 30 times 10 is 300 times 10 again is 300. That's 600. Oh, it's 500 and some renown. So it's more like 570 renown. 570 renown would indeed push them up. Depends on where most of them are. And then I get distracted. I probably pick up a couple of altars on my way and get those done. I probably discover some areas, get that done. So it's probably a 600 to 700 renown maneuver to go get all those. Now, as long as none of them are in the Fractured Peaks, I only have 6 side dungeons left there. I don't know which ones they are, but if there's any of those ones I want are in the side here, now I don't know what 100%ing an area would be. I don't know. You would think there'd be an accomplishment for 100%ing it completely. This says I've 100%ed it, but really I have not. All I've done is claim this much renown. 100%ing it technically is getting the last 5 of these, the last 6 of these, the last 20 of these. Then it's 100%. Anyway. Oh, it's 1 hour and 2 minutes. I thought it was going to be... I miscalculated my times. That's right. Time for me to hit the hay. Thanks for coming by. If anybody checks this out. And if you like these things, please follow me. Let me know. Send me a text. Say, hey, I like your content, man. Even though it's scatterbrained. It's all over the place. And you're goofy because you do weird things. And you don't finish anything. Then follow me. Let me know. I'll continue to do it. I'm going to continue to do it, at least for a while anyway, but I know I'm all over the board. I get it. I do. I understand. And my workout streams are the same way. I'm all over the board. I know what I want to do. I know what it should be, but I don't do it. I'm just doing this for fun. Really, it's all it is. It's for fun. I would still like to get some follows, subscribers, and maybe if you're interested in helping me out with my getting the X case back to market because I've sold out of them all, that would be awesome. If you don't know what that is, and you're a board gamer who likes minis, then you should check it out on YouTube and Instagram under Active Minds Games. And if you like it, follow us on Facebook. Same game, same name. Because we're going to launch a Kickstarter one of these days once we get 800 followers on Facebook. And yeah, I digress. You have a good one, man. Till next time. Take it easy.